So, listen to this. There was a cricketer whose elegance at the crease was like a poetry in motion, whose every stroke seemed meticulously crafted by a master craftsman. Martin Crowe, a name that resonates with reverence in the cricketing world, wasn't just a player. He was a maestro whose every stroke spoke volumes about his genius. Crowe was a batsman in the classical mode, standing tall at the crease, using his feet with great expertise and playing spin and fast bowling with equal assurance. So today, let us immerse ourselves in the story of one of cricket's most illustrious sons, the brilliant Martin Crowe. Martin Crowe was a class apart. His technique was just impeccable, his timing divine. He could dismantle any bowling attack with ease, leaving bowlers scratching their heads in disbelief. He never scored an inelegant run. Every stroke was a thing of beauty, even his defensive strokes. Born in Auckland in 1962, Crowe was always destined to be a great cricketer. His father Dave played at first-class level and his older brother Jeff would play 39 tests and 75 one-day internationals for his country. During his early days, apart from cricket, he played rugby, tennis and golf to a high standard. But cricket was his strongest suit. From a young age, his talent was evident and it didn't take long for him to make his mark on the international stage. At the age of just 19, he was selected to make his international debut against Australia. His introduction to Test cricket was torrid, facing Australia's attack of Jeff Thomson and Dennis Lillee. Though they were both past their peak, they welcomed the youngster with a hail of bouncers in February 1982. A short ball from Thomson dislodged Crowe's helmet. Unsettled, he looked almost relieved to be run out for 9 runs. At the end of the series, Martin David Crowe's career showed 20 runs at 5. And also, he was given a chilly reception from his colleagues who resented his untimely promotion to the team. He even said, "Greg Chappell and Rod Marsh were nicer to me than my own teammates." He made his maiden century against England in 1984, but it was his innings against the West Indies that truly kick-started his career. In April 1985, he made a remarkable 188 against the bowling attack that included Malcolm Marshall, Joel Garner and Michael Holding. Crowe was lucky to have another thinking cricketer as his captain, Richard Hadlee, as they would both take New Zealand to new heights. Batting in the 80s was a challenge, given the bowling-friendly pitches and fearsome bloodthirsty fast bowlers. And it was during this era that Crowe would rise to his peak. He was such a stylish and elegant player, with a touch of grace and the same skills as the best Indian players of picking up a length very early. Crowe was characterized by his exceptional technique, impeccable timing, and a hunger for runs that was insatiable. But what was the secret of his run scoring? Plenty of homework and the ability to give yourself time to play your shots. Speaking in 2008, Crowe said, "The greatest skill you have as a batsman is the capability of seeing the ball out of the hand. Once you do that, you have created enough time and are gathering information instinctively, processing it, and making a decision on what to do." What set Martin Crowe apart was his cricketing intelligence. He wasn't just a run scorer, he was a thinker on the field. He could outsmart the opposition with his tactical acumen. For all the orthodoxy of his play, he was an innovator, someone ahead of his time by years.
In 92, 93, nobody knew how to play reverse swing, only Martin Crowe, I reckon.
If he had played in the days of ancient Greece, sculptors would have been attracted to the line of beauty he created when he moved into his shots. In the second half of the 1980s, Martin Crowe had a claim to be the best batsman in the world. Crowe saved his best for the biggest stage, and he crafted more runs than anybody else in the 1992 World Cup. He scored 456 in 9 matches as the Kiwis reached the semi-final, including a supreme century against Australia in a famous victory for his country. His strike rate in the tournament was 90.43 and his average of 114 is the best by a batsman in a single World Cup, scoring 400 or more runs. His contribution was monumental and was rewarded with the Man of the Tournament award, thus becoming the first player to get that award in the World Cup history. Although New Zealand were eliminated from the semi-final, without Crowe's astute captaincy, New Zealand wouldn't have progressed as far as they did. Crowe was ahead of his time, as he used off-spinner Deepak Patel to a great effect with the new ball and excelled with field settings and aggression at the top of the order. The captain used the big hitting mark grade badge at the top of the order in a time where opening batsmen were expected to see off the new ball rather than dent it. Coach Warren Lee said in 2012 during that tournament, if Martin made a field change 8 out of 10 times, it worked out. He was just sensational. Now, let's have a look at his stats. He scored 5,444 runs in 77 tests at an average of 45.36, an excellent record which included 17 centuries and 18 half centuries, with a personal best of 299 that he made against Sri Lanka. 58.46 was Crowe's average in tests between 1985 and 1991, the best for any batsman with at least 2,500 runs in the period. Crowe made 3,391 runs in 66 innings in those 6 years. His 12 centuries in that period also were the most by any batsman. In 143 ODIs, he scored 4,704 runs at an average of 38.55 with 400s to his name. He was named a West Indies Cricketer of the Year in 1985 and was credited as one of the best young batsmen in the world. Injuries plagued his later years, but even in the face of adversity, Crowe continued to inspire with his resilience and determination. Martin Crowe may have left us physically, but his legacy continues to resonate in the annals of cricketing history. His name is synonymous with elegance, excellence, and the pursuit of perfection. To further explore the rich cricketing heritage of New Zealand, I invite you to watch our next video highlighting the legendary career of Sir Richard Hadlee, whose bowling prowess complemented Crowe's batting brilliance, shaping an era of Kiwi cricket that will forever be cherished. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Until next time, keep watching this beautiful game. See you soon.